Chapter 2. Crowfeather chased the rabbit across the moor, revealing in the feeling of cold wind flowing through his fur and the strength of his own muscles as they bunched and stretched to propel him effortlessly after his prey. He raced along so fast it felt as if his paws hardly touched the tough moorland grass. A hole in the bank loomed up ahead, the entrance to one of the tunnels. The rabbit plunged into it, and without hesitating Crowfeather followed. He chased the rabbit down tunnels that twisted far more than he remembered, growing nearer and nearer until he could feel his fur brushing both sides in the blackness. At last Crowfeather halted, his flanks heaving. He couldn't scent the rabbit any more, or hear the scrabble of its paws on the stone floor of the tunnel. Damp cold struck up through his pads, and he realized with the first stirring of panic that the passage was too narrow for him to turn around. He had no idea where he was. Slowly now, Crowfeather began to pad forward, his heart pounding as he felt water flowing around his paws, growing deeper as he struggled onward. Cats have drowned in here, he thought. His belly fur was brushing the water when he spotted a feeble, flickering light ahead of him. Hoping he had found a way out, he waded on more rapidly until he came to a place where the tunnel wall was scooped out one side to form a kind of den. Crowfeather's jaws dropped open with shock and disbelief as he recognized the cat who was sitting there. "Ashfoot!" he choked out. His mother sat with her head and her tail wrapped around her paws. Crowfeather couldn't tell where the pale light was coming from. It seemed to radiate from Ashfoot. Yet she didn't have the frosty glitter to her, for that was the mark of a Starkland cat. As Ashfoot spotted her son, she stood up and fled down the tunnel, her paws seeming to skim the surface of the water. "Wait!" Crowfeather yelled, splashing clumsily after her. "Don't leave me, Ashfoot!" But she was gone, and the light had gone with her. Crowfeather was alone in the darkness, with water lapping around his shoulders. "Ashfoot, why are you here?" he asked, as if his mother could still hear him. "Why are you not in Starkland?" No answer came back, only Ashfoot's voice raised in a screech that echoed around the tunnel like a roll of thunder. Terror shook Crowfeather from ears to tail tip, and he startled awake to find himself in the warrior's den under the stars. He lay panting and trembled as his horrific vision receded. What was that? Just a dream? Or was that what Hoopaw saw in the tunnel entrance truly a ghost? The ghost of Ashfoot? Is she trying to send me a message? As soon as the idea occurred to Crowfeather, he gave his head an angry shake, annoyed with himself for thinking of something so mouse-brained. But he couldn't let go of the idea. If Ashfoot was trying to tell me something, what could it be? Once more, Crowfeather tried to shrug off the feeling, telling himself not to be a fool. In his dream, Ashfoot's fur had been gray, just as it had been when he was alive. Not the shining white Hoopaw had seen, and that he had glimpsed for himself at the tunnel. Besides, it can't be ghosts, he told himself. Smokey was probably just being stupid. All the same, Crowfeather still felt shaken to the depths of his belly, and he caught only troubled snatches of sleep before the sky began to pale toward dawn.